Hello students. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about meeting of shareholder. In this topic, annual general meeting. Need for meetings. Unlike a natural person, a company is unable to think and express its will or make a decision expect through resolution path at properly convened meeting of its member. They must act collectively. The affairs of a company are conducted by a two main organ, member or shareholder in general meeting and director acting as a board. Nowadays, it is a common practice to confer on the director the right to exercise all the company's powers subject to certain expectations in relating to holding of general meeting. Section 179 empower the board of directors to manage the affairs of company. In such circumstances, holding of companies, holding of meetings of member and director become indispensable. Annual general meeting. In the annual general meeting, shareholders get the opportunity to exercise their power of control. Holding of an annual general meeting is mandatory. Such meeting should be held in every calendar year. This is a statutory requirement. Calendar year is to be calculated from 1st January to 31st December and not 12 months from the date of incorporation of the company. Object of Object and importance of annual general meeting. One of the object of annual general meeting is to protect the interest of shareholder. This is an opportunity for shareholder to exercise their control over the affairs of the company. Hence, it would be better if these members meet at least once every year to review the working of companies. Appointment of auditor are made at the annual general meeting. Annual accounts are required to be presented before the shareholder at the annual general meeting. Dividend also declared at such a meeting. Retirement and re-election of director take place at annual general meeting. This meeting is the forum where shareholder can express their views before the management and even ask for certain clarification about the matter which may have conflict them. Annual General Meeting, Section 96. Every company other than one person company shall in each year hold in addition to any other meetings. A general meeting as its annual general meeting shall specify the meeting as such in other notice calling it and not more than 15 months shall lapse between the date on one annual general meeting of the company and that the next year, provided that in case of the first general annual meeting, it shall be held within the period of 9 months from the date of closing of first financial year of the company and any other cases within the period of 6 months from the date of closing of financial year, provided further that if the company hold its first annual general meeting as aforesaid, it shall not be necessary for the company to hold any annual general meeting in the year of its incorporation, provided that the registrar may, for any special reason, extended the time within the any annual general meeting other than the first annual general meeting shall be held by a person by a period not exceeding 3 months. Every annual general meeting shall be called during the business hours that between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. on any day that is not a national holiday and shall be held either at register office of a company or at some other place within the city, town or village in register office of the company is situated, provided that annual general meeting of unlisted company may be held at any place in India if consent is given in writing or by electronic mode of all the members in advance. Provided further that central government may exempt any company from the provision of the subsection subject to such condition as it may be imposed. Explanation: for the purpose of subsection, national holiday means and include a day declared as a national holiday by central government. Now, power of tribunal to call general annual meeting. Section 97. If any default is made in holding of annual general meeting of a company, section 96, as the tribunal may, nothing were standing, anything contained in this act or the article of the company, on the application of any member of company, call or director calling off an annual general meeting of company and give such necessarily or consequential director as a tribunal thinks expedient, provided that such director may include a direction that one member of company present in person or by proxy shall be deemed to constitute a meeting. A general meeting held in pursuance of subsection 1 shall, subject to any director of a tribunal, be deemed to be an annual general meeting of a company under this act. Power of tribunal to call a meeting of member, etc. Section 98. If for any reason is impracticable to call a meeting of a company other than an annual general meeting, in any manner in which meeting of the company shall be called, or to hold or conduct the meeting of a company in the manner prescribed this act or article of company, the tribunal may either so motu or the application of any director or member of a company who would be entitled to vote at the meeting, order a meeting of company to be called, held and conducted in a such manner as a tribunal think fit, and give a such ancillary or consequential director as a tribunal think expended, excluding director, modifying or supplementing in relation to the calling, holding and conducting of the meeting. The operation of the provision of this act or article of the company, provided that such director may include a director that one member of a company presented in a person or by proxy shall be deemed to be constitute a meeting. Any meeting called, held, in conducted in accordance with any order made under the subsection 1 shall for all purpose be deemed to be meeting of a company duly called, held and conducted. Now we are studying penalty for default in holding annual general meeting under section 96 and 99. Punishment for default any complying with the provision of section 96 to 98. Section 99. If any default is made of holding a meeting of company accordance with the section 96 or section 97 or section 98 or any complying with the director of the tribunal. The company and every officer of a company who is in default shall be punishable with the fine may be extended to rupees 1 lakh, and this case continuing default and default with a further fine may be extended to rupees 5,000 every day during such default continue. Cancelling or postponing a convent meeting. In case of Rajpal Singh versus State of UP in 1968, Justice Satish Chandra observed that the board of directors has a power to postpone or cancel a meeting, notice in which has already been given. However, even power cannot be exercised expect the expect for bona fide and proper reason. It is possible to cancel a general annual meeting properly convened. There is no specific provision in this issue in the Act. However, Secretarial Standard SS4 issued by the Institute of Company Secretaries of India means ICSI content a view on this issue. The standard stated that if for a reason behind the control of the board, a meeting cannot be held on the date originally fixed by the board may defer the meeting. In such case, the meeting shall be reconvened after a giving not less than 7 days fresh notice published in newspaper having a wide circumstances within such states of India where more than 1,000 members reside. This statement make it is clear that meeting duly converted cannot be cancelled, but can be deferred for overriding reason. If accounts are not ready, if annual account are not ready at the annual general meeting, the company may be adjourn the said annual general meeting at any suitable date on which said annual account are expected to be ready, as the consideration of annual accounts is only one of the matter to be dealt with annual general meeting. There is a statutory obligation on the director to hold the meeting. The proper course shall be hold in the meeting and adjourn it a suitable date to considering the accounts. Business to be transacted in annual general meeting. Section 102, subsection 1. The business to be transacted at annual general meeting may be either special or ordinary. Ordinary business. In business relating, the following may be called ordinary business. First one is the consideration of account, balance sheet, and reports of the board of director and auditor. Second one, the declaration of dividend. Third one, the appointment of director in place of those retiring and appointment of auditor and fixation of their remuneration. Special business. All other business scheduled to be transacted at the annual general meeting shall be deemed to be special. Beside this, in a case of any other meeting, all business shall be deemed a special, where any item of business to be transacted at the meeting are deemed to be special as aforesaid. There shall be annexed to the notice of the meeting and sitting statement or sitting out of all matters, material facts concerning each such item of business, including a particular nature of the concern or interest, if any, therein of every director and a manager, if any, section 102, subsection 2. Explanatory statement, section 102. The acts provide for additional disclosure to be provided to the shareholder. That is, in case of non-cash transaction, valuation from register valuer is required to be provided. Hence, in addition to section 102, the company will have to refer the other relevant provision for determining disclosure in explanatory statement. Statement to be annexed to notice. A statement setting out of the following material factor considering each item of a special business to be transacted at an annual general meeting shall be annexed to the notice calling such meeting, namely, first one, the nature of concern of business, financial or otherwise, if any, in respect of each item of first, every director and manager, if any, second, every other key managerial personnel, and third one, relative of the director or KMPS, means K managerial personnel. Second one is any other information and facts that may be enable member to understand the meaning, scope, and implementation of the items of business and take a decision thereon. Section 20, service of document. First one is a document may be served on a company or an officer thereof by sending it to the company or the officer at register office of the company by register post or by speed post or by courier service or by leaving it in a register post or by it means such electronic or other mode as may be prescribed, provided that where securities are held with the depository in record of a beneficial ownership may be served by a such depository on a company by means of electronic or other mode. Second one, save as provided in this act or the rules made thereunder for a filing of a document with a registrar in electronic mode. In a document may be served on registrar or any other member by sending it to him by post or register post or by speed post or by courier or by delivering at this office or address or by a such electronic mode other other mode may be prescribed, provided that the member may request for delivery of any document through a particular mode, for which he shall pay such fees as may be determined by the company at its annual meeting. Explanation. For the purpose of this section, the term courier means a person or agency which deliver the document and provide proof of its delivery. So students, these are the annual general meeting. Thank you for watching this video.